long week. Our meteorologists have been mapping all weekend long. They were here late last night mapping storms as well, but we also had a terrific Thunder game last night, and we are here to give away Thunder tickets. So thank you everyone who joined in on our Facebook, X, and LinkedIn pages. You guys sent in your fun weather pictures or very, very impactful weather pictures, and we appreciate you guys doing that. We always appreciate your weather pictures here at Hail Trace. So if you sent in your pictures, we now have a giveaway for one lucky winner for Game 2 against Minnesota on Thursday. So this is tomorrow evening's game here in Oklahoma City, the Thunder game. Hopefully we can get another win back at home. So Alexa is going to spin the wheel to see who is our winner for those Thunder tickets. I feel like we need a drum roll for Cole Berger. Cole is our winner live here at Hail Trace during our noon forecast. Cole, we will be reaching out to you to get your email address, and we will send you those tickets your way. You get a club level 2 tickets, a food and drink voucher, as well as parking for the game on Thursday. It starts at 7:30. We play Minnesota. Wear your Thunder Blue. I've got my Thunder Blue on today, and we are very excited to have another home game here in Oklahoma City. Alrighty, let's get started with the forecast here because we do have a lot to talk about for storms over the next few days. Alrighty, we are figuring out our key right now. How do we look over here? The key is on. Alrighty, let's see if we can get to our forecast here. You guys gotta love our technical difficulties here. Let's see what our technical difficulties are doing. I'm not quite sure, actually.
What world is this? It's like a black.
Not quite sure. Okay, that's okay. You guys, we are great problem solvers here at Hail Trace, and we are going to problem solve to figure this out. Yeah. Because this was working just a few minutes ago. Alrighty, how about now? Can you guys see me now? Haha, look at that. It's like magic. You guys are getting some behind the scenes TV magic right there. Alrighty, let's get to your headlines today. And congratulations, Cole Berger, on winning the Thunder tickets for that game on Thursday. Alrighty, here's a look at your forecast today. We are not done yet. We have another severe risk that persists through the week. So we said yesterday things are kind of slowing down, and they are. We don't have as many storms today as what we saw yesterday. It's not that big, widespread severe weather outbreak. However, we do have several places in the path for storms today, tomorrow, and the following day. So this goes all the way through the end of the work week. It's a pretty isolated and marginal risk for today, but then we're going to be watching for storms out to the east and the plains today, returning to Oklahoma and Texas for tomorrow. So here's a look at your risk here from Wednesday, on Wednesday today. What we're watching for are storms right along the plains and then out to the east, anywhere between Missouri and Arkansas. We've got another risk for storms anywhere from West Virginia all the way down to North Carolina and Virginia, and into northern Florida. So tomorrow we return back to Oklahoma and Texas. Yes, Dallas, you're in the risk once again tomorrow. And then on Friday, storms right across northern Oklahoma and Kansas. So if you didn't get storms yesterday, you have a really good chance to get storms over the next few days. And hey, if you didn't win the Thunder tickets, we have another giveaway for you. So Hail Trace is celebrating our 15 years of hail trace. We have been a company for 15 years, and we want to give back to our clients. So we have a giveaway for a drone. It retails at $600, so it's a pretty impressive drone, 4K camera and everything. All you have to do to win that drone is record a video or write a post about how Hail Trace has helped you succeed. Use the hashtag 15 years of Hail Trace, 15 years of Hail Trace, and you will be entered into winning that drone. So we've been loving seeing how we've helped your company succeed over the last few years. We're loving reading those posts, so we hope to see more of those in the coming days. Now let's take a look at what we saw yesterday. Storms yesterday, they started out pretty quiet. However, we saw them really blow up across Tennessee and Kentucky as we headed into the afternoon hours. We also saw some storms up in the central portion of Illinois and even down as far south as Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and then a few very, very impressive storms out in Alabama. So what we're watching for today is another round of storms coming off of this system here into Pennsylvania and then out in the East Coast near Raleigh, North Carolina, and then places to the east. But kind of a wrap up on what we saw yesterday. I told you that central Illinois got some pretty good storms yesterday. From Jacksonville to Springfield, 3-inch size hailstones. That was the max size on this map right here. 77,000 homes impacted in this area. You can see some of those larger hailstones that fell in Jacksonville and New Berlin. This is just right outside of Springfield, Illinois. As we head farther down to the south, we're talking about Huntsville, Alabama here. We saw another round of storms coming through, producing baseball-sized hail and over 100,000 homes impacted in this area. A 4-star map now just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, down to the south. Now, we were covering this storm live for you yesterday. We got over baseball-sized hail just to the south of Nashville, Tennessee, mainly in the Franklin area. This storm was so impressive, and I think one of the biggest things to note about this storm is that it came in right around your evening commute. So people were on the roads. We had a big traffic slowdown yesterday right around 5 o'clock because of this storm that was coming through right around rush hour. Now we do have storms ongoing right now. You can see those showers out in Ohio right now. We have one severe thunderstorm warning out there, and let's see if we can pinpoint where that is. I saw it pop up earlier. Okay, northern Florida. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Let's get some information on that warning. So this is just to the north of Tallahassee, and this goes until 1:30 Eastern time. So we've got another 15 minutes on this storm. It's mainly warned for that high wind, 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds, and just less than the size of a quarter for hail sizes here. So right around 1 inch in size. Now moving on to the forecast for today, we've got high pressure trying to move into the plains. It's not doing a great job because we're still going to get some storms in this area. We've got that big system that we saw yesterday now out on the East Coast, impacting places like Pennsylvania, down to West Virginia, and North Carolina into Virginia. Right now, in Oklahoma, we're quiet. However, we do have another round of storms tomorrow in Oklahoma and in Texas. So temperatures are right now in the 80s, a little bit cooler up in KC, where we've got the 60s hanging out in Kansas City. We are watching for some hail today. Where? Mainly out to the East Coast. Yeah, we've got a little pocket of high lapse rates in this area that we're watching for some larger hailstones anywhere from West Virginia to Pennsylvania. Maybe a few quarters down in North Carolina. I think Virginia is going to miss out on this hail for the most part, but North Carolina could get some hail. And then tomorrow, check out Dallas all the way up to the Red River. Tomorrow looks a lot more impressive for large hailstones. We're talking about right in the southern portion of Oklahoma and northern portion of Texas. So we have just day after day of storms. It's a typical May setup where after the big round of storms, we've got another round. And another round and another round. So hen egg size hail for today, that's your largest hailstone. I'm not expecting any massive hailstones like what we saw yesterday or even the day before. We got up to 4-inch size hail down by the Red River. Not expecting that for today. What we're really watching for today is up to golf ball size hail in the northeastern portion of Oklahoma and then even into southern Kansas and northern Arkansas. As I mentioned earlier, we could also see just a small corridor of high lapse rates in the southern portion of Pennsylvania, going into Ohio and into West Virginia. We also have a small portion of the U.S. for some quarter-size hail. I mean, there's just little pockets of storms today across the U.S. We're talking about southern Louisiana, northern Florida, the eastern side of North Carolina that could see some quarter-size hail today. Here's a look at your hail markers for today. Your risk is right in the middle, that moderate risk, a level 2 on a scale of 5. It's possible to see that hail, however, it's not terribly promising. Yesterday, I could tell you we were absolutely going to get those large hailstones. Today, not as promising. High wind also possible here, 60 to 65 miles an hour, maybe very isolated, 70 mile per hour high wind speeds here. Again, a level 2 on a scale of 5, where it's possible, but it's not terribly promising to get high wind in this area. Now, we have one place in particular that I want to point out for that tornado forecast for today, and that's up near Pittsburgh. So again, just on the side of Ohio into Pennsylvania, into West Virginia, right along these state lines here. And then into North Carolina. We have a level 1 tornado risk here just to the east of Raleigh, North Carolina. So it's a level 1, but it's still something to be aware of today. Let's take a look at your timeline. Ongoing right now, we have storms anywhere from the west side of West Virginia all the way up into Ohio, right along I-77 right now. This will continue to track to the east and potentially intensifying as it does so. So we're going to watch for this line of storms right here that's moving into Pennsylvania. This could be our potential tornado producer, large hail up to the size of a hen egg, that's 2 inches in size, and high wind speeds. And then you're also going to see a few storms forming down in Virginia and North Carolina. Those storms are going to have a low risk for a tornado and low risk for high wind speeds today. Any hail sizes out there? Maybe up to the size of a quarter. Now, some more impressive hail sizes could come later on tonight. And again, this will be in the southern portion of Kansas into Missouri. Maybe scraping northeastern Oklahoma with this as well. We've got clusters of storms, so we'll see truly what size of hail we could get over here. But we have had a history of getting some really large hailstones over here before, so it's definitely possible. And I told you that we're talking about pockets of the U.S. expecting storms today, so we still have 2 more to talk about down in southern Louisiana and northern Florida. Also expecting some ongoing storms right now and into the evening hours. I think that your risk will die down right around dinner time. So once again, here's another look at your hail risk for tomorrow. So we're talking about larger hail in the northern portion of Texas and southern portion of Oklahoma. So this area right along the Red River had a history a few days ago of getting large hail up to the size of 4 inches. That's the size of a softball. It's massive hail in this area. Now, we're not talking about that size for tomorrow, but we are still talking about large hail right along the Red River for tomorrow. I would say up to the size of tennis balls for tomorrow. So then another risk for storms tomorrow, we've got another one up in Kansas and into Nebraska on Friday. And then as we head into the weekend, we could see this storm risk slow down just a little bit. It looks like we're going to have a decent amount of sunshine this weekend, but we are watching for another storm system to come our way as we head into the middle of next week. So what we're getting here, and what we often talk about, are these troughs, right? You've got this big trough on the west coast right now. But what this can do is it can propagate some short waves, some of these like mini storm systems coming through. And so that's what we have to watch out for the next few days. It's not going to be this massive, very big system that we're expecting over the next few days. We're watching for these short waves that could be very small systems that could happen very quick, and they could change very quick as well. So it's important to get your forecast every single day because things may change very quickly here. Now, as we head into the end of May, can you believe it? May is almost over here. May 26th through the 30th, truly the end of May. What are we expecting? Well, your pools are probably opening on Memorial Day or Memorial Weekend, but it looks like temperatures are cooling down. Not too cold, but below average for this time of the year. You've got a below average marker anywhere from St. Louis down to Oklahoma City, all the way out to the Virginias. So temperatures below average for this time of the year. And then we've also got a pretty rainy setup, especially down near the Gulf Coast, anywhere from Texas all the way over to Florida. Above average rainfall is expected. Meanwhile, the north is staying pretty dry for this time of the year. So that's a look into the future, a few weeks in advance here. We're just kind of preparing to see what to expect a few weeks out. Over the last 24 hours, it's been warmer than normal up in Oklahoma and Nebraska. And there's your forecast. It's not as big as what we saw yesterday, but still we have storms in the forecast for today. So our meteorologists will be watching it 24/7. They were here late last night. They're going to be here once again today watching those storms for you. As a reminder, don't forget, we are celebrating 15 years of HailTrace, so celebrate with us. Tell us how HailTrace has helped you succeed as a company, whether it's been 15 years or 15 days, and use that hashtag 15 years of HailTrace. Again, it's 15 years of HailTrace. And thanks for following us. Thanks for joining in today. Congratulations to our Thunder ticket winner. We hope that you enjoy the game on Thursday. We'll be reaching out to you for more information. In the meantime, everyone else, we have more tickets to give away. So we will be giving away tickets at least at the very beginning of every series, expecting, and we're just going to say it now, we will be in that next series after we beat Minnesota. I'm hoping we absolutely will. I hope that we don't come back a week from now saying, oh no. I don't think it's going to happen. We'll be fine. But we do have more tickets to give away. So follow us for more ticket opportunities on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And if you're interested in a hail, wind, or tornado map, give us a call at 855-334-4245. We have all of those storms, all of those tornadoes, all of those hail and wind storms from yesterday. They're mapped right now at hailtrace.com, so head over there for more information. All right, thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox, and we'll be back here same time, same place with your forecast tomorrow.